Greetings, I'm Solla Pizzuto, Universal Healing Tao instructor, Chinese Tsang and Karsai teacher, and practitioner here at the Tao Garden in Chiang Mai.
I'm Sarah Devine. I'm also a Universal Healing Tao instructor. I'm a White Tiger Qigong instructor as well, and I come from Adelaide, South Australia.
I'm Raja Khan from London, and I'm a White Tiger Qigong student.
Awesome.
And I'm still a student.
We are forever a student, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of continuous learning and growing and in our own inner evolution. And what I'm curious about is the discussion that we had over lunch the other day. And it was such a beautiful introspection of our inner transformation in this journey. And so I would love to share once again and bring that on about what you had said, Sarah, and also Raja. You know, we had a beautiful discussion.
Well, it was interesting because I'm just speaking a moment for you. It's your first time here, and it's my 6th time. But I was saying that no matter how many times I've been here, there's always a level of profundity that I sink into. You know, arriving here, and there's always something more revealed to me by being in this place. And it's not just about my inner journey, or maybe it's in conjunction with what is presented here. The things are revealed when the time is right. But there's so much available here to draw upon to help you onward with your journey through, especially the Taoist medical Qigong, which is what I'm studying.
Yeah, it's interesting what you say, Sarah, about how we arrived here. For me, I had no expectation of being here. I literally came here as a treat to myself, a birthday treat to myself. And I have an interest in Qigong, and I'm a complete novice at it. But since arriving here and practicing the Qigong and the breath work and just being in the garden itself, like the venue, the space, the climate, the people that I'm interacting with has elevated my practice to the extent that I have certainly experienced transformation from within, and it's starting to manifest outwardly now. And for me, it's been a completely magical experience, you know, and I've been here for 2 weeks now, and I've only just started to really appreciate the power and the magic of what this place represents. I've been to many spiritual places around the world, been on many spiritual journeys, had many different teachers, but I have to say that through the practice and being here, I'm starting to own what I've been taught and start to express that through my body and through my conversations and my experiences, right from having lunch with you to going out and practicing Qigong in the afternoon. And I've still got a week to go.
Absolutely. Magical things happen here at the Tao Garden. I remember in my own personal journey 8 years ago, how the minute I stepped foot into this place, it was like, whew, you know, that incredible healing vortex that really can't be described, but really more felt. And I felt like I was in a storybook. And I opened the pages, and suddenly I was able to walk into this magical and mystical and extraordinary garden. And, you know, just be amongst the nature, the elements, the animals, the insects, you know, the orchestra of insects and sound here. It's incredible. And it just, for me, I was like, whoa, no matter what was going on in my life, I was able to land.
And it doesn't matter what your creed is, it doesn't matter what your philosophies are, the background you have. When you come here, you have an opportunity to, as Raja was saying, it sort of expresses itself through you and then integrates. And you are provided opportunities to test those new inner landscapes within you. There's something that reflects around every corner. That's what I find. It's been set up in a highly intelligent design to harvest and harness those energies that will help us to heal, to transform, and to reach our maximum human potential.
Yeah, and it's so subtle, isn't it? It's just there's such a a subtlety in the way in which the invitation is there. Through the environment, through the people, through the staff, through the various practices that come through here. You know, we have many teachers from different realms that come and teach and offer their beautiful teachings. And it's a subtlety that's just allows us to grow naturally.
Yeah.
I think each one of them has left their imprint or left their energy in this place.
Yeah.
And it's been around for 25 years, and I'm starting to appreciate how much has actually gone into this place. For me, through the practice of Qigong, you know, I'm in touch with my body and my breath, but what I'm really present to is the spiritual aspect of it. So I come from an Islamic heritage, and my experience of the garden after I was reflecting on some passages from the Quran where it describes paradise. And the description of paradise is one of gardens beneath which rivers flow. And as I was walking through the garden one day, those verses came to mind. And I was like, hey man, I'm in the most amazing garden beneath which rivers are flowing.
Yes.
And as I was meditating that evening, what I felt was that this is a sanctuary. It's a sacred sanctuary for benevolent souls. And it's not a place that anyone and everyone would even know about. It's, you know, you have to have experienced some level of spiritual enlightenment or transformation to even hear of this place and eventually be called. I believe that you're called here. You're a guest of the garden. And I'm really honored to be a guest of the garden and everything that's gone into it.
I want to share something that so moved me. Is what you said, Raja. You put it in a different way. What you said, and it left a lasting impression, was that you said this is like the Garden of Eden, where it attracts benevolent souls. And I was like, that.
For me, it really is that, because I'm appreciating the benevolent souls that I'm surrounded by. In the daytime, I'm interacting with them on the physical realm, but in the evenings when I go for my solitary walks, I'm present to the benevolent spirits that are around the garden. And it really is a sanctuary, because I believe there are spirits that are protecting this garden. Yes. And I feel that. So I feel so at home. Normally if I visit a place, after 2 weeks I'm feeling homesick and, you know, I miss my family and my friends. But after 2 weeks here now, I'm starting to actually enjoy the garden to another level. So I regard it as my spiritual home, to be perfectly honest with you. And that's how I feel.
That's very beautiful. And I'd have to say the same. I mean, it really is my... Well, maybe I have 3 homes because I come from England originally too, but Tao Garden is definitely one of them. And I make decisions consciously and with diligence, but I always find I'm called. There's something deeper about getting involved here. And I mean, it may have obviously a lot to do with my Qigong masters as well, but this just allows us to draw in everything that we've learned in one place that reveals itself so beautifully when the time is right.
Absolutely. And the other thing is, I would love to hear what your definition of Qigong is. Because there's a lot of viewers out there, they hear the word Qigong and we're talking so beautifully about it. And it's very intriguing, actually. But keep in mind, there's so many people out there that have absolutely no idea really what even Qigong is.
Yeah.
And let's take Raja, for example. What does it to you?
To me,
Yeah.
I came here not having a real idea of what Qigong is. So through my experience of what I've experienced whilst being here, in summary, I'd say that it's to do with your body, your breath, and your spirit. So Qigong connects the 3. So I've experienced transformation in my body in terms of my movement. But what I got through my meditation is that how the breath moves my body. And we unconsciously move throughout the day. But when you can consciously fuse your breath with your body, and you're governed by your spirit or guided by your spirit, it takes your movement and healing to another level. And the magic of Qigong for me is, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to respect my body more. And what Qigong provides is longevity and how to really enjoy your life in your real home, which is your body.
Absolutely.
You know, and what I'm taking away from this place is, yes, it shouldn't be sustained by a place like this, but for me, the Tao Garden is like a fueling station for my spirit, my body, and my training in my breath.
That's perfectly expressed.
That is beautiful.
And what I'm taking away from it is, when I go home, I have a beautiful garden in London, I have a beautiful space in Turkey, and I have a place developing in Thailand. So I will take elements of the Qigong within myself, but I'll start to express it in the gardens and places that I have, and also the relationships that I have with people.
Absolutely.
Because what it's empowered me to do through Qigong practice is to recognize the benevolent souls in people that you may struggle to recognize that in. Here it's very easy, but as you leave the garden, you start to face the reality of life. Qigong goes with you through your practice. So that's what I've learned, and I'm still learning.
Thank you so much.
I think that's the key, is what you learn here is what you can take out into the world with you to become a better person, a more gracious, a more forgiving, more loving person through your Qigong practices, and also by the same token then have some effect on others, influence others to be the same. So I think Raja described Qigong very potently as this harmony of the body, the breath and the spirit, and the cultivation of this energy at different levels of your being helps you to become increasingly sensitive, not only to your own inner landscape but also to the environment around you. So it just helps you to tread more carefully, more thoughtfully, more effectively, more kindly, more generously, to develop more patience with yourself and others, to develop more less judgment, then discovering who we really can be, the best version of ourselves.
Absolutely. And that transformation and evolving into the better version of ourselves happens from the inside out. And all the tools and the Qigong and the ancient teachings, this is like thousands and thousands of teachings in evolution to now, has taught us how to self-care and self-manage ourselves so that we can transmit in that loving, kind, and compassionate way, right? Yeah. And sort of do an internal house cleaning so we can be fully present to receive and to offer. And the longevity portion for me is that when all of this is realized in my body, for example, every year I continuously regenerate. I feel like on a cellular level, like I'm getting younger and younger and younger. And that actually is indicated in all my blood panels, like when the scales go, it keeps getting less and less, on the younger range, and I'm like, oh my God, okay, this is happening, and the skin and the body and my energy level, it's all evident that the stuff is magnificent. Yeah, right?
I'm 52 and I have, my body is healthier than it's ever been in my life. Developing this wonderful elasticity in the fascia, we're squeezing out our organs, getting rid of stuck, stale energy. There's so much happening at so many levels. Becoming present to that and enjoying the journey is just fantastic. And here I have to say also that through his wonderful team of people, Mantak Chia has enabled us to let go of all the things that we normally need to be engaged with, shopping and cooking and cleaning. We don't have to do any of that, so we're very lucky that we have this time and space to focus on our practices.
Yeah, what I'm present to is the team, around the garden. It's not just a garden. There is a whole team and a whole infrastructure around it. From how the food is carefully planned, and you've got food that caters, you know, to you've got a halal menu, a kosher menu, you've got great vegetarian food, but it's food that's carefully thought, planned, and prepared that aids your transformation. And on top of that, you've got a clinic that is there to heal and provide, you know, holistic therapies that are all aimed at flushing out what is not beneficial to your body, your breath, or your spirit. And then you've got the gym and the saltwater pool, which I've been enjoying on Sundays. So I've been like nurtured like a baby, you know, from the cosmos.
Everything
to
is
begin
handed
with.
to you on a plate,
Really,
you know?
very much so. And if you're looking to go on an inward journey, you know, you couldn't come to a better place, in my opinion. And you know, we were speaking about judgment. You know, it's human nature to judge. But when you are able to judge yourself and laugh at yourself, you know, things start to blossom.
And love yourself.
Absolutely.
And, you fall in love with yourself, actually, before you can then share that gift to others, right?
And what a great way to put it. I've fallen in love with myself.
Absolutely.
Since being here. Whereas before it was always about, you know, expressing and providing and giving love to others. For me, it was taking a break for myself. And in loving myself over these 2 weeks, I'm able to more naturally express love to others. And it's been a fantastic journey.
Together we can all say what happens when you come to the Tao Gardens. You have good air,
Good food.
Good practice.
and good chi.
And good chi. I was just going to
And-
say, we have to say that.
Good intentions.
Absolutely. Very much about the intention.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.